Watch Transit TV right now.
Keep watching Transit TV.
A way to make the headline. Liverpool would have run away with these 3 points today, if not for some bizarre decision by Kahela, the Liverpool goalkeeper. This is the first time you're going to blame him for drop of point for Liverpool since he came in for Alisson. He had a chance to punch away or even catch that ball. He thought that he was going to leave it, probably to waste some time and catch some seconds, and he paid for it. TV EPL midweek fixtures review. Going to look at a few games that happened today. Everton won Wolves 4-0 at home. Man City back to winning ways 3-0 against Nottingham Forest. Newcastle 3-3 played with Liverpool, and Chelsea went away to annihilate Southampton 5-1. One of the games that I thought that was going to be difficult for Chelsea, but I mean they wrapped it up, and Aston Villa back to winning ways, winning at home 3-1 to Brentford. But for this review, let's look at Liverpool 3 and Newcastle 3. And I don't know, this fixture is one of the ones that I think it has the highest turnover of lead, especially against Newcastle. Newcastle always takes the lead against Liverpool at home or away, and most of the time they end up losing the game. And that almost happened again today. But let's look at the game, in details. There are a few things that we learned today. Newcastle like to play against the big teams. When the big teams come to town, I mean, they raise their game and they stand up for it, and that's one of the prideful things to have as a Newcastle fan. When you're playing at home, Newcastle hardly get overrun, especially when the big boys come to town, because you need your bragging right, and they did that today. It was a very, very strong start from Newcastle and Liverpool as well. It was an end-to-end game. Liverpool, of course, what you're going to get with them. Under an slot, they tend to slow the pace down a little bit and go on the counter sometimes. But because of the intensity that Newcastle played with today, Liverpool had no choice, and it became an end-to-end game. Both teams created chances, but in the first half, Newcastle created more chances and had opportunity to go 2-3 goals ahead of Liverpool in the first half, with misses from Gordon, Murphy. Isaac had one of the chances as well. And Bruno Guimaraes also had his own chance before Isaac eventually took one of those with a very superlative take. I mean, that guy is looking like he's very deceptive in the eye, because sometimes he looks as if he's not physically strong, but you see him round off 3-4 players and manufacture chances both for himself and for his teammates. And he did that today. And he has a very, very enviable record at home for Newcastle. I think now he has scored 22 goals in 24 games at home since he arrived at Newcastle. And that is he can't clean that up. He can't clean that up easily. So it was a very, very, keenly fought out fourth game today between these two teams. And as Slot set up his team, made some changes. Of course, he had to rest some players because of the intensity that Liverpool played over the weekend. Players like Szoboszlai didn't start this one. Nunes came from the bench as well. Trent Arnold, was benched. He started Kwanzaa on the right back, and brought Arnold in. Later on into the game. So Liverpool looked a little bit rattled in the beginning, but you always count on them that they're going to come back. They're going to rise to the occasion. And they did. 2 times they went behind and eventually took a lead at the 84th minute. And one would have thought that they have won this one. But somehow, just somehow, and just like referees in games, sometimes these goalkeepers just find a way to make the headline. Liverpool would have run away with these 3 points today, if not for some bizarre decision by Kahela, the Liverpool goalkeeper. This is the first time you're going to blame him for drop of point for Liverpool since he came in for Alisson. He had a chance to punch away or even catch that ball. He thought that he was going to leave it, probably to waste some time and catch some seconds, and he paid for it. What's his name? Share came rounded up from behind, and somehow, from a very, very marginally, very difficult angle, the slightest of a chance that he had from that position, he slid that goal in, and that meant that Liverpool ended this game today 3-3, and they dropped 2 points. Arsenal winning made, and Chelsea won as well. So that lead on top of the table now has been cut to 7 points, and this is what EPL is about. Just one more draw, and Arsenal and Chelsea keep winning. It will cut to maybe 5 points, maybe 4 points, and we have a title challenge in our hands, and the narratives will start to change. But that's not to take anything away from Liverpool, from Arne Slot, who just came into the league this season. 14 points, 14 games into the season. He has a 7 points lead on Arsenal and Chelsea and Manchester United, of course, Manchester City, of course, 9 points. That's huge, and that's very huge. But the highlight of this game today is Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah. I've said it. If Liverpool are going to challenge the title this season, Salah has to stay fit up to this season. Well, Salah now, I don't know. He should have his GA for Liverpool. He should have a hand in over 90% of Liverpool goals. Today again, 3 goals he had a hand in all 3, scoring 2 and assisting 1. What more can this guy do? And he has Liverpool right here now. His season his contract is up at the end of the season, and the other day they claimed that he saw that a reporter to give an interview, and he said Liverpool has not offered him anything yet. There's going to be, and Liverpool on the other hand, in the kick in France, claimed that there's discussions going on behind the scene. I don't know. This is a very, very difficult one for Liverpool. I don't know what they're going to do about it. One thing for sure is that they have been justified for letting Mane go and keeping Salah. But to how to handle this one now, it looks like Salah wants to stay, but can Liverpool give him what he wants? And this time around, he's already a very massive earner in Liverpool. He probably will. It's not going to come down to the numbers, money. Probably it has to be the number of years. 33 at the end of this season. How many years can you give Mo Salah? It doesn't look like he's slowing down, but still, you have to think about it, because this slowing down can happen in a minute. So I don't know what Liverpool are going to do about this one, and we'll only wait and see how this one is going to pan out. So for Liverpool, like I said, Salah was key today, Van Dijk as well. These 2 players have to remain fit for Liverpool to continue doing what they have done this season. And Chelsea, in a nutshell, has continued as well to score goals. 5-1 away from home. You can't argue against that. This Chelsea team needs to be taken seriously. Yeah, we keep saying that they need some leadership, especially behind. You keep saying that they have to get a decent goalkeeper. And you know that they have the capacity to do that this January. If they keep getting these results and keep this momentum going by January transfer window and manage to make these transfers and they click, Chelsea might be in the title challenge this season. So, don't write them off. Chelsea is doing really, really good. One thing I highlighted from that game today was Enzo Fernandez, their captain. Today, we saw him and Caicedo in the midfield, and he didn't want to do. He can't do the defensive things. You remember how these guys got their first goal. He got that first goal. It was because of him finding himself in a defensive position, and he couldn't cut out that attack and meant that Southampton equalized. So yeah, Enzo Maresca at Stamford Bridge is clicking. It's looking good for Chelsea. They were just too much for Southampton to handle today. And don't forget that Southampton is one of the teams that have been very stubborn for big teams in the last 2 seasons. So one thought that it was going to be a tricky future for Chelsea. It was in the beginning, but eventually the Chelsea's quality and character showed, and they won that one 5-1 away from home. Yeah, so that's it. Then we'll continue again this weekend. There are so many games to come. All of a sudden, there's no longer going to be a business, and it's now a business beginning to the season. 14 games to the season. Every match is as important as the other one. So let's see how this match is going to pan out. Let me know what you think about this thing. Who stood out for you in Chelsea today? And for Liverpool game, what did you think about Liverpool? Do you think that this drop points today probably will affect their momentum? I think they played Tottenham by the weekend. What will be your prediction in that game? Do you think Liverpool will continue their winning ways, come back to their winning ways for next game, or you feel that maybe they're going to have their own little purple patch in the season? Manchester City, of course, won today 3-0, especially if they're supposed to win that game. If City had failed to win today, then that would have been declaration of serious crisis for City. They picked 3 points, 3 goals, kept a clean sheet for the first time in as many games, maybe up to 15 games, which is a starting point. And I said that last week, that Pep Guardiola needs to first of all make this team difficult to beat and then build from there. So defensively today, City were good, and they kept a clean sheet, won their game, and scored 3 goals. So this is 3 wins, 3 winnings in 3 departments of the game, which is good, which they have not managed to do in a very long time. So City fans, get behind your team, support them, and we'll see how that goes. And I'll see you again next time. Ciao.